There's a single light still on downstairs, like it's waiting for your steps on the stairs. Your shadow used to fill this space, now it's just an empty place. The clock keeps ticking way too loud, like it's calling out what we're without. I never thought I'd see the day you'd slowly walk away. We were stronger than the storms, wrapped inside each other's arms. Never thought we'd lose the ground we found. You were the last light on before the night went wrong, before the silence came. You were the steady flame, the shelter from the rain. Now nothing feels the same, even if the dark moves in, and I try to just pretend there's no replacing you. You were the last light on, the only truth I knew. Your laughter lingers in the hall, like a distant curtain call. I close my eyes and see your face, but time won't be erased. We were reckless, we were fast, never thinking it wouldn't last. Two hearts running toward a dream that slept between the seams. If I could hold you one more night before we lost the fight, I'd tell you what I never said before you left. You were the last light on, now I'm learning to be strong, with shadows by my side. Though tomorrow waits for me, someday I'll be free. Tonight I cannot hide. Loving you was worth the fall, worth the pain and worth it all, even though we're through. You were the last light on, and I still see you. The night is breathing down my neck, a lonely silhouette. Your goodbye still on my lips, like a slow eclipse. The rain keeps tapping on the glass, like it's asking why we didn't last. Every drop a memory of what we used to be. We were standing on a wire, playing with a fragile fire. Never thought we'd lose the fight in the fading light. If you ever hear this song, know I tried to hold on, even when the truth cut deep. Every promise, every kiss, every moment that I missed still wakes me from my sleep. Though you're walking different roads, carrying different pictures fading in my phone, but I still feel alone. Like the silence screams your name over and again. We were young and unaware, building castles in the air. Never thought the tide would rise and wash away our skies. If I could send my heart in time, back before the fault lines, I'd hold you closer than before and beg for one night more. If you ever hear this song, I know my love was strong, stronger than my pride. Even though we let it fall, I relive it all just to stand by your side. Maybe love was meant to teach what we couldn't reach, what we couldn't see. But if you ever hear this remember me. Remember me. The room still holds your silhouette, like a shadow I can't forget. Your coffee's cold beside the sink, just like the space between what we think. I hear your footsteps in my head, and every word we never said. The curtains move, but you're not there, just memories in the air. We were satellites at night, caught inside each other's light. Never thought we'd lose the view of something true. It's the gravity of you pulling me through every broken day. No matter how I try to run, you're the moon, I'm the undone. Drifting far away, even when the sky is clear, I still feel you near, like a tide I can't refuse. It's the gravity of you. Can't lose. Your laughter lingers in the hall, like a distant curtain call. We were reckless, we were bright, burning up the night. Two comets in a fearless race, leaving fire in our wake. But every orbit has an end, every heart must bend.
If I could rewrite the stars, close the distance where we are, I'd hold you in this endless blue like we used to do.
It's the gravity of you, stronger than the truth, that we've come undone. Though tomorrow waits for me, and someday I'll be free. Tonight, you're still the one. Maybe time will set me loose, cut the hidden news of everything we knew. But until I learn to fly, I'm falling into you. is carving down the street like the rhythm of defeat. Your name's still burning on my tongue like a song left half sung. There's a picture on the shelf, I can't take it down myself. Every smile frozen there feels too much to bear. We were standing at the edge, balancing on broken pledges. Never thought we'd slip so far from who we are. Now I'm holding pieces of the blue, fragments of me and you, scattered on the floor. Every word we threw away still finds a way to hurt a little more. Even if the sky turns gray, even if I walk away, you're the ache I can't undo. I'm still holding pieces of the blue. Your laughter lingers in my mind like a clock I can't rewind. We were reckless, we were bright, running through the night. Two hearts beating out of sync, closer to the brink. We thought love would pull us through, but it slipped like morning dew. If I could gather every shot of this broken, battered heart, I'd build a bridge across the truth and run to you. Still I'm holding pieces of the blue. Everything we knew fading into dust. Though tomorrow I'll stand tall and try to let it fall and try to trust. Maybe time will make it right, turn the dark to light, show me something new. But tonight I'm lost inside. The pieces of the blue. The radio plays our favorite song, but it feels so wrong tonight. Your side of the bed is cold as stone. No warmth, no soft goodnight. I drive past places we used to go, where laughter filled the air. Now every street light seems to know you're no longer there. We were written in the stars, but somehow lost a spark. Now I'm searching in the dark for where we fell apart. This is the last time we were us, before the fall, before the rust, before the silence grew between our hearts. We were fire in the rain, we were dancing through the pain. Now we're just two worlds apart. Even if I let you go, there's one thing you should know: you'll always leave your mark. You were my light, my only truth, my shelter in the dark. I still hear your footsteps on the floor, though they've all faded away. We were reckless, we were wild, running fast, chasing dreams. But love can turn from sweet to fragile quicker than it seems. If I could turn back time somehow, I'd hold you closer now. But all I have are memories and echoes of your sound. This is the last time we were us, before the cracks turned into dust, before goodbye was all we had. Though tomorrow I'll move on and learn to be strong, there's a part of me still sad, because loving you was real. It was everything I feel, and nothing will replace the way you looked at me that night, with forever in your face. Door was open, lights were low, your footsteps soft, prepared to go. A quiet storm behind your eyes, no more alibis. The air was thick with almost tears, heavy with unspoken fears. We stood like strangers in the hall, watching shadows fall. We were oceans deep and wide, now just waves pulled by the tide. Somewhere lost between the truth and our pride, in the space between goodbye, where we don't ask why. I still reach for you in the silence of the room, in the fading bloom. There's nothing I can do, even if the night moves on, even if you're gone. You're the echo in my mind, in the space between goodbye. I leave my heart behind. Your perfume lingers in the air, light, you're still standing there. I almost hear you call my name, but it's never the same. We were lightning in the dark, brilliant with a fragile spark. But even stars that burn so bright disappear from sight. If love is just a fragile thread, why does it pull when hope is dead? I trade tomorrow's rising sun for one more don't be done. In the space between goodbye, where the tears won't dry, I finally understand love can break but still remain, like a soft unhealed pain etched upon my hand. Maybe stare. The morning breaks without a sound. Your heart beats nowhere to be found. The cold side of the bed remains like unhealed stains. Your pillow holds the shape of you, but dreams don't carry truth. I reach across the empty sheet and feel defeat. We were louder than the rain, dancing through the pain. Never thought we'd drift apart from the start. Now I wake to the cold side of the bed, to the words we never said, hanging in the air. Every promise left undone echoes with the sun, shining on despair. Even if the day moves on and I learn to be strong, there's something I can't mend. I'm still lying next to ghosts on the cold side of the bed.
Your sweater's gone from by the chair, but I still see you there, like a shadow in the light, fading out of sight. We were wildfire in the dark, burning with a reckless spark. Two hearts running wild and free, too blind to see.
If I could turn one page tonight, undo that final fight, I'd trade my pride for one more chance at one last dance. Now I wake to the cold side of the bed, with every tear I've shed, soaking through the past. Though tomorrow waits ahead, and new words will be said. Some memories last, maybe time will let me heal. Teach my heart to feel something new instead. But tonight I'm wide awake on the cold side of the The highway stretches into black, no turning point, no looking back. Your voice still riding in my head, all the things we never said. Billboards flicker in the night, like dreams that lost their light. I grip the wheel, I breathe your name, but nothing nothing feels the same.
We were chasing distant stars, driving fast in borrowed cars, thinking love would lead the way if we just stayed.
Now I'm a broken compass, heart spinning circles in the dark, trying to find where you are. Every mile pulls me away, but I still replay who we were. Even if the map is torn, even if a new day is born, you're the road I can't forget. No matter where this life will go, you're my deepest regret. Your jacket's in the passenger seat, a ghost beside me on this street. I almost turned to see your face, but it's just empty space. We were thunder loud and proud, two rebels in a reckless crowd. But storms don't last forever long, they fade into a song. If love was just a twist of fate, why did we arrive too late? I'd trade tomorrow's sunrise glow for one more, don't let go. I'm a broken compass, heart still falling apart, but learning how to stand. Though the sky is wide and free, there's a part of me still reaching for your hand. Maybe someday I'll believe there's more than what we couldn't keep, more than what we lost. But tonight I drive alone, counting every chord. The street is quiet after 9, like it's holding back the time. Your laughter used to fill the air, now it's nowhere. The picture frames are slightly cracked, like something we can't take back. I run my fingers through the dust of broken trust. We were stronger than we knew, wrapped in something true. Never thought the sky could fall at all. Now I'm living with half of a heart, trying to restore what I can't replace. Every memory we made, tracklist we were free, blind to what could be. Two silhouettes against the dawn, swearing we would carry on. But even vows can slowly bend and finally end. If love was meant to make us whole, why did it take its toll? I'd give up all I am tonight to make it right. Now I'm living with a heart, learning in the dark how to stand alone, though tomorrow waits for me. And someday I'll be free. This ache has grown. Maybe time will stitch the seam between what was and what has been, and help me play my part. But until that day arrives, I'll beat with half of a heart. I found the words I couldn't say, folded up and packed away in the drawer beside my bed, with all the tears I never shed.
Your goodbye still fills the room like fading roses out of bloom. Every corner of this place still remembers your embrace.
We were strong, or so it seemed, building castles out of dreams. Never thought the tide would turn or bridges burn. These are letters I never sent, full of love and deep regret. Every line still bleeds your name. All the chances that we missed, all the nights we used to kiss. Nothing feels the same, even if you moved along. In my heart you still belong, like a melody that stays. These are letters I never sent, lost in
If I could rewrite that scene, say the things I really mean, I'd tear these pages into two and run to you.
These are letters I never sent. All the love that heaven lent still echoes in my chest, though tomorrow waits for me, and someday I'll be free. Tonight I must confess, loving you was worth the fall, worth the heartbreak, worth it all, even with the pain. These are letters I never sent, but I'd write them all again. Smoke still lingers in the air from words we threw without a care. The echoes of a slammed front door still shake the floor.
The glass is empty on the table. We were strong but not that stable. Two hearts racing out of control, now paying every toll.
We were sparks and gasoline, too intense to stay serene. Thought the flames would light the way, but they burned away. After the fire, what remains? Just scattered ash and stains of everything we knew.
After the shouting fades to gray, there's nothing left to say. Just me without you.
Even though the heat is gone, the damage lingers on in every shattered dream.
After the fire dies, nothing's what it seems.
Your reflection in the glass feels like someone from the past.
I barely recognize the hurt behind my eyes.
We were fearless, we were loud, standing tall against the crowd.
But even mountains made of stone can crumble on their own.
If love is built on fragile ground,
It only takes one reckless sound to tear the whole thing down without a warning sign.
after the fire,
In the dark, I search for one small spark.
to guide me through the night.
Maybe someday I'll forgive the way we chose to live and how we lost the fight.
But loving you was real and true.
Even if it broke us in two, even if it's over now.
After the fire, I'm still learning how. After the fire, in the dark, I search for one small spark.
To guide me through the night.
The windows open to the night. Cold air cuts like quiet knives. Your whisper lingers in the dark, a fading spark in broken light. I walk across the wooden floor where we used to be before. Every step a memory of how it used to be. We were fearless in the flame, calling out each other's names. Never thought the fire would fade or love would change. Now it's echoes after you. All I hear is truth ringing in my head. echoes after you.
Your jacket's gone from by the door, but I still feel you more and more, like perfume hanging in the air, like you're still there.
We were lightning in the sky, shining bright and asking why. Two hearts racing toward a storm we couldn't outrun.
If I could turn the clock around, before our love hit the ground, I'd hold you through the falling rain and take the blame.
Now it's echoes after you, and nothing feels brand new. Oh, nothing feels the same. Even if the days move on and I learn to be strong, I still call your name. Maybe time will let me heal. Maybe scars won't always feel like something I can't lose. But until that day arrives, I live with echoes after you. I found your letter in a drawer tonight, hidden underneath the fading light. The words were fragile, torn and blue, still smelling faintly just like you. Outside the window, autumn cries, leaves falling like our last goodbyes. I trace the ink with shaking hands, trying hard to understand. We built a world on whispered dreams, but nothing's ever what it seems. And now I'm standing here alone in a house that's not a home. Silence breaks, I hear your voice like an echo I can't avoid, calling through the dark. Every promise that we made We used to talk until the dawn, like nothing could go wrong. Barefoot dancing in the rain, laughing through the pain. Your hand would always find my own, like it had always known. Two restless hearts without a map, never fearing cracks. We were fearless, we were young, saying love was more than enough. Never thought the tide could change or drift away. Back when we were brave, before we learned to be afraid, we believed in every word. Back when we were strong, holding on so long, even when it hurt. Now the silence fills the air where we used to swear we would never part. Back when we were brave, you were my heart. Now the hallway feels too wide, like there's nowhere left to hide. Your shadow doesn't cross the floor like it did before. We built our kingdom out of trust, but promises can rust, and even gold can lose its shine when we ignore the signs. If I could find the younger flame, call your reckless name, would we choose a different road or carry the same load? Back when we were brave, love was more than what we gave. It was everything we knew. Now I'm standing in the rain, trying to explain how I'm losing you. Maybe time will let me see who I'm meant to be beyond this broken start. But back when we were brave, you were my The streetlights flicker in the pouring rain. Your shadow lingers like a soft refrain. Every step I take, I hear your name, whispered by the wind that feeds the flame. Empty rooms and photographs, broken dreams and shattered glass. I trace your smile with trembling hands, like drawing lines across the sand. Every night I close my eyes, I see the truth behind your lies. Still my heart refuses to let go. It beats for you alone. I'm calling out into the dark, searching for a spark of the love we left behind. Through the silence and the pain, through the endless rain, I still feel you next to mine. like distant thunder before the fall. I taste the salt of tears we cried, the promises we let slide. We were fire against the night, burning fast and burning bright. Now I'm standing in the cold with memories I can't let go. If love's a wound that never heals, why is it the only thing I feel? Every scar reminds me of your touch, and it still hurts so much. Maybe someday I'll be free from the ghost of you and me, but tonight I let the music play, let my broken heart say, I'm calling out into the dark, waiting for a spark, though I know it won't return. Through the silence and the pain, through the endless rain, there's a lesson left to learn. Love can fade but never dies. It lives between the lines of every song we used to play. So I'll sing until the dawn, with your echo carry it on. In my heart you'll always stay. The rain writes letters on my window pane, spelling out your name again, like the sky refuses to forget what we can't reset. Your footsteps faded down the street, but they still echo under my feet. Every corner of this town feels like you're around. We were stronger than goodbye, never thought we'd have to try to survive a love so deep we couldn't keep. There's a place inside my chest where your name still lives, where the silence never wins. Every breath I take alone feels like borrowed hope under fragile skin. Even if I let you go, even if I never show how much it hurts to miss, there's a place inside my heart that still sounds like this. Your jacket's gone from by the door, but I still feel you more and more, like a melody that stays long after it plays. We were lightning in the night, shining fierce and bright, but even stars that burn so fast don't always last. If I could rewind the hands of time, cross the falling line, I'd hold you tighter than before and ask for more. There's a place inside my chest where your name still lives, where the echoes never fade. Though tomorrow I'll move on and learn to be strong, there's a debt that love has made. There's a single light still on downstairs, like it's waiting for your steps on the stairs. Your shadow used to fill this space, now it's just an empty place. The clock keeps ticking way too loud, like it's calling out what we're without. I never thought I'd see the day you'd slowly walk away. We were stronger than the storms, wrapped inside each other's arms. Never thought we'd lose the ground we found. You are the last light on, before the night went wrong, before the silence came. You were the steady flame, the shelter from the rain. Now nothing feels the same, even if the dark moves in. And I try to just pretend there's no replacing you. You were the last light on, the only truth I knew. Your laughter lingers in the hall, like a distant curtain call. I close my eyes and see your face, but time won't be erased. We were reckless, we were fast, never thinking it wouldn't last. Two hearts running toward a dream that slept between the seams. If I could hold you one more night before we lost the fight, I'd tell you what I never said before you left. You were the last light on, now I'm learning to be strong, with shadows by my side. Though tomorrow waits for me, and someday I'll be free. Tonight I cannot hide. Loving you was worth the fall, worth the pain and worth it all, even though we're through. You were the last light on, and I still see